you don't need 1,000 clients. You don't need 10,000 clients. You need 10 to change the trajectory of your business. Then you need 50. Then you need 100. But just start with marketing to a handful of them, as opposed to taking a very shotgunned approach.
Yeah, no, I like that, because starting off, for a lot of people, I know I was, let's get one. And that stayed for a long damn time. Then I realized, would you quit looking for one and go, how do I get 10? Then how do I get 20? And then, now it's okay. How do we get our next 500?
Yes.
And we keep expanding and growing beyond there, because it's an evolutionary. I mean, you literally, as a business owner, are going to evolve to a different version of yourself, right? Because you've got to constantly upgrade your skills and move forward. I truly think there's no better vehicle in the world to meet the man in the mirror than building a business, because you're going to find out what you're made of really damn quick. But most people can't wrap their head around, how do I go get 10? How do I get 20? Because they've never been a sales professional, right? They come from an operational background. They come from maybe an accounting background or an executive background, but not actually a sales business development role. So it's a whole huge leap for a lot of people to go, I'm just really good at what I do. They should just want to buy my services, which is the number one thing I hear all the time. I'm like, well, you got to be able to tell them about your services too.
That's right.
How do they get that mental shift into the sales side of things, business side of things?
So I think sales gets a dirty rap, Donnie.
Agreed.
And I think it's a horrible, bad, dirty rap. My wife is a salesperson, runs a pharmaceutical company, and does a great job growing their sales. But when you change the mindset for people to say it's not sales, it's service. Because when I am clear about the very important, painful problem that I solve and who I solve it for, it is a service for me to bring that to them and to get them out of pain. It actually is selfish for me not to introduce my product or service, to say, Donnie, I see that you need this and I can help you. I'm selfish if I don't make that introduction.
Right.
And I think when we can get people out of this mindset, like sales is a dirty word, I would tell you it's a fucking amazing word, because nothing happens in a business until we make a sale.
Absolutely.
And so if
everybody's got this save the world mentality, right? They come out, they're like, man, I want everybody to get X, right? But then they're like, but I can't sell that to them. Why not, you selfish asshole? I mean,
that's right. No, but it does take that mental shift that I am actually being in service to these people. Right. And if you can get people into that space of being convicted that I have the best solution. And Donnie, I would tell you, if I had the best solution for you, I would do it in a very genuine, caring way, but I would make sure that you understood I could get you out of pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that philosophy. I don't think a lot of people really think about, what is that big problem they're trying to solve. And I wrote that down, because I'm very clear what I want to do. But I don't think a lot of people are clear on what that big problem they're trying to solve is. They think that they run a construction company. They think that they, run a consulting firm. They think that they run a, coaching practice, and they think they're an HR consultant, right?
Yep.
They don't actually package up what is that big problem. So if somebody's heard you say that, now heard me say that through this conversation, how do they figure out what that big damn problem is they're trying to solve beyond what they're doing? Does that make sense?
Yes. So I think it starts with two things. One is you have to think about it yourself. So getting into flow where work is not work, it's fun, requires you to find the intersection of passion and purpose. So take notice of the things over the next couple of weeks that really get you fired up, that you're super excited about. And then I want you to think about problems that you see in the world that really bother you. It's a real frustration, and not like, oh, world hunger. I want you to get it down to, it's really frustrating to me that when I get off 295 and hop on Atlantic Boulevard, that there are 20 homeless people on that street corner who are hungry. right? If you can dive in and get really, really specific about problems that bother you, you're going to find the intersection of passion and purpose. And that's when you're going to get really excited about the problem that you can solve. And then you figure out behind that, the economics of it. Will anyone pay me to do that? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe there's government grants. I mean, there's a million things. But that's the fun part about it. Like for me, I love the business of business. I love getting entrepreneurs out of pain and thinking like, oh, you just have to grind and it has to hurt and you have to skip dinner with your family. It's like, no, fuck that.
Right.
I've done that in my career. I mean, at 26, I put myself on a hospital bed growing a business. And so there are other ways to do it. But I would start with, what is your passion? What is your purpose? What's that problem at that intersection that you can solve, that when you get up every day, you think, oh my God, this is amazing. I get to go do this. Then you'll be able to find the money behind it.